Hello. Today let us discuss an ideal gas in other quantum mechanical ensemble. So in canonical ensemble, the partition function of a system is given by Qn is equal to sum over e raised to minus beta e, where E is the total energy of the or total energy eigenvalue of the system. Is equal to sum over E in E times E, and here beta is equal to 1 divided by the Boltzmann constant times the temperature. So this expression number 1. Now the total number of particles sum over Ne is equal to n, equation number 2. Okay, so the equation 1 become Qn is equal to sum over here this is for all the energy, available energy, okay, all the possible energy. So here we can write this Ne distribution set Ne. This represents a set of numbers which is restricted by this condition, equation 2. So sum over all the distribution set Ne. Okay, G of Ne distribution Ne e raised to minus beta, total energy E is equal to sum over Ne E. So this is the expression for the canonical partition function. So canonical partition function. So here this P of Ne value for Bose-Einstein is equal to 1. Okay, is always equal to 1. And for Fermi-Dirac, this value depends on the number of particles. And E of Ne is equal to 1 if Ne, all the number of numbers Ne in the distribution set equal to 0, either 0 or 1. And for Fermi-Dirac, this value becomes 0 if for all other values, if Ne greater than 1. Okay. And for Maxwell-Boltzmann case, G of Ne is equal to product of 1 by Ne factorial for all E. Okay. So this value we obtained by substituting this W of Ne in this expression. We put Gi is equal to 1 because we are treating each single particle level as a single state. Okay. So we are not grouping the levels into cells, as in the case of microcanonical ensemble we discussed. So first we take the Maxwell-Boltzmann case. So in this case, so what is the partition function? Canonical partition function is equal to sum over all the distribution set. So this is equal to the product of G of E. G of E is equal to product of 1 by Ne factorial for all E into E raised to minus beta sum over Ne E. Okay. for all the distribution set. Now this can be written again as sum over NE product of 1 by NE factorial into product of, can write this as exponential minus beta sum of these terms. Can write this is e raised to x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to e raised to x1, e raised to x2, e raised to x3, etc. Okay. So this is, so here also we can write as product of e raised to minus beta e times power e raised to minus beta e power n e. So for all n. Okay. So sum of these terms for all the distributors that gives the partition function, canonical partition function. So here let me multiply with the n factorial inside. So therefore I can write 1 by n factorial sum over all the distribution set NE n factorial divided by, so the product of n factorial divided by NE factorial. So I took the constant n factorial inside, so it will not change anything, and I have divided by with the n factorial, so therefore this will not change. Okay, so in the product of e raised to minus beta e times, sorry, power NE, e raised to minus beta e power NE. Okay, this is equal to 1 by, so let me, we can use the multinomial theorem. According to this theorem, so multinomial x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus etc plus xm, there are m terms, and whole power n is given by sum of the product of n factorial divided by k1 factorial, k2 factorial, k3 factorial, etc. km factorial. Okay. So let me write, so this product, no need of this product, already I have written all these things. So sum of n factorial divided by k1 factorial, k2 factorial, k3 factorial, etc. km factorial product of xt raised to kt. Okay, so this is, so all for all t. Okay, so the sum of the exponent of all the x terms will be equal to n. That means here k1 plus k2 k1 plus k2 plus k3 plus etc. km should be equal to n, and each term has a coefficient n factorial divided by k1 factorial, k2 factorial, k3 factorial, etc. k. Now the canonical partition function, therefore Qn is equal to 1 by n factorial. This can be written in this form as, so here x is e raised to minus beta e. So we can write this thing as the sum of e raised to minus beta e whole power n. Okay, here e raised to minus beta e or e can be written as q1. So this is a single particle partition function q. 1. Therefore, we can write 1 divided by n factorial, n factorial q1 power n. Okay. So we can write the canonical single particle canonical partition function q1 is equal to summation e raised to minus beta e or e, and this is equal to, so if it is, if the energy levels are very close, you can write this thing as the e raised to minus beta e g of e d. So we have done this in the previous chapters. So here g of, first we know what is g of p, g of p dp. Okay, for three-dimensional system, here this is equal to, it's the total number of states in the phase space. So for total number of microstates. So g of p dp within the momentum, with particle momentum between p and p plus dp. Okay. V times V is the volume of physical space and volume of momentum space within this region is 4 pi p square dp. Okay, a small elemental volume inside the shell. Okay, thin shell. So within this total volume. Okay, so this radius is p. Therefore, of the area of the sphere is 4 pi p square into the thickness gives the volume. So that is dp. So 4 pi p square dp, and to get the number of, this is the total volume, and by h cube gives the total number of microstate or total number of phase points. Okay. So here for an ideal gas p square is equal to, or p square by 2m is equal to e. Therefore p equal to root of 2m e. Okay. And dp is equal to root of 2m e raised to minus half divided by 1 by 2. So divided by 2. 1 by 2 e raised to minus half. So we can substitute here. Therefore g of e dE is equal to 4 pi p square into v. So v times 4 pi p square is 2m e into dp is root of 2m e raised to 2 e raised to half. Okay. So therefore this is equal to 2 pi, so this 2 can get cancelled here, 2m root 2m, 2 pi v. So here what is this, h cube, here h cube is 2 pi v by h cube, 2m raised to 3 by 2 e raised to 1 e raised to half. So this will become e raised to half dE. Okay. So here you can write this thing as integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus beta e into 2 pi v by h cube 2m raised to 3 by 2 e raised to half d. So therefore this is equal to 2 pi v divided by h cube 2m all raised to 3 by 2 integral e raised to half exponential minus beta e dE. You can use the gamma function for evaluating this integral. So here we get the final expression I am writing. So we have written it many times, so I am not going for the integration. I am straight away I'm writing it. So this is equal to v divided by lambda cube, where lambda is equal to h divided by root 2 pi m kt, where the energy of ideal gas is three-dimensional single particle energy is equal to 3 by 2 kt. Okay, so we can write this, we can substitute in the expression, above expression of the partition function. Qn is equal to 1 by n factorial v by lambda cube all raised to n. Okay, so this is the canonical partition function. Now let us take the grand canonical partition. Grand canonical partition function Qg is equal to, we know the definition of grand partition function is equal to, here n can vary from 0 to infinity. So sum over z raised to n Qn of v comma t. So this is equal to, where z is the fugacity. Here where z is equal to e raised to minus alpha or e raised to mu divided by kt. Okay, where mu is the chemical potential. So therefore we can write this thing as n is equal to 0 to infinity sum of z raised to n v divided by lambda cube raised to n divided by n factorial. So which can be written as, this is the, so this is equal to sum over n z v divided by lambda cube whole raised to n divided by n factorial. So this is nothing but the, this is, so we know e raised to x is equal to sum over x raised to n divided by n factorial. So similarly this is equal to exponential of z v divided by lambda cube. So this expression already we have derived in the classical case, so this in the previous chapter. So this is the grand partition function. So from the canonical partition function and the grand canonical partition function we get all the thermodynamics. Okay, so we have derived how to find the thermodynamics from these quantities. So this is the case for Maxwell-Boltzmann. Now next for Bose-Einstein and Fermi-Dirac. So for Bose-Einstein and Fermi-Dirac. Okay, so the partition function, the canonical partition function is equal to sum over all the distribution set n e raised to minus beta, what is that, equal to n e e. Okay, here g of ne is equal to 1 or 0. Okay, so this is for this is equal to 1 for all the values for Maxwell Boltzmann and this thing. If it is 0, that term doesn't exist, so it will not change the sum. So here the evaluation of this sum is will be difficult, little bit difficult in the case of canonical partition function, but it will be relatively easier for finding the grand partition function, which is equal to sum over n is equal to 0 to in infinity z raised to n sum of all the distributions at ne is equal to qn. So qn. So what is qn? Qn is equal to sum of e raised to minus beta NEE. Okay. So this is equal to n is equal to 0 to infinity. Here z raised to n is nothing but z raised to n1, z raised to n2, z raised to n3, etc. Okay, and exponential of sum of many terms is equal to the product of exponential of each term. Okay, so we can combine these two as the sum over all the distribution set, and we can take this thing inside. So z e raised to minus beta e whole raised to whole power n e. So this in each term this will be, so here so this is the product of these terms. So this is the grand canonical partition function. So in this expression, the double sum means that we have to fix n and sum over all the distribution set corresponding to that n. After evaluating this sum, we have to evaluate the sum corresponding to next. So likewise, we have to sum over all n value from 0 to infinity. Okay, so this means that we have to actually sum over all the available value of n0, n1, n2, n2, etc. Okay, so that means sum over n0, n1, etc. So we have to sum for all these things. So first, so the product of z e raised to minus beta e whole raised to n e can be written as, so we have to first take sum over n0. Therefore, this is first term will be z e raised to minus beta e whole raised to n0. Then next is the product of all these terms. So this will be equal to z e raised to minus beta e n1, etc. z e raised to minus beta e n2, etc. Okay, so this is equal to sum of first n0 z e raised to minus beta e n0, then into sum of z raised to minus beta e n1 raised to n1 into sum of z e raised to minus beta e n2 for all n2, okay, etc. So this is the grand partition function. Now in the case of Bose-Einstein, this number of particles can be any value from 0 to 0, 1, 2, etc. 3, etc. Okay. For Bose-Einstein, Ne can be any value from 0 to infinity. Therefore, we can write for Bose-Einstein case, for Bose-Einstein, the for for Bose-Einstein case, this grand partition function is equal to sum. So this is equal to summation z e raised to minus beta e raised to n. N is equal to 0 to n is equal to 0 to infinity for Bose-Einstein. So this is equal to this x raised to n, summation x raised to n from n is equal to 0 to infinity is equal to, what is this? Is equal to if x is less than 1, then this value converges to 1 minus x. So here this is a GP, geometric progression, and the x value is less than 1, so then it will converge to this value. Then therefore this can be written as product of first term is 1 by 1 minus z e raised to minus beta, and second term also same thing. So we can write the product of, this is the product of 1 by 1 minus z e raised to minus beta e for all energy, single particle energy. Okay, so this is for Bose-Einstein. Next is for Fermi-Dirac. For Fermi-Dirac case, so this is grand partition function. Here the restriction, there is condition, Ne cannot be any value, Ne can only be 0 or 1. Okay, therefore you can write this thing as, so this is first term is here 0, then if n0 is 0, then first term will be 1 and the second term will be z e raised to minus beta e. So this is the sum of, product of 1 plus z e raised to minus beta e. Okay, so here this is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus z e raised to minus beta e. This is here the product of 1 plus z e raised to minus beta e. Therefore, in the Q potential of the system, Q potential, we discussed what is Q potential. Here Q potential is equal to log grand partition function, okay, which is equal to PV divided by KT. So we have derived it in the last class. So Q potential will be equal to PV by KT, which is equal to, therefore PV divided by KT is equal to log grand partition function. Logarithm of this thing. Logarithm of this thing is for Bose-Einstein. For Bose-Einstein, so this thing is product. Logarithm of the product is equal to sum of the logarithm of individual terms. Okay, so sum of the logarithm of each term. So here product of these terms. Okay, so it will become sum of logarithm of 1 divided by 1 minus z e raised to minus beta e, which is equal to, so we can take this as minus log of 1 minus z e raised to minus beta e. So therefore we can write negative e, sorry, minus negative summation of log 1 minus z e raised to minus beta e. Okay. And for Fermi-Dirac, PV divided by KT is equal to sum of logarithm of these terms. Okay, so this is equal to sum of logarithm of 1 plus z e raised to minus beta e. Okay, so this is plus and this is minus. So for Fermi-Dirac, it is plus log 1 plus z e raised to minus beta e. Now we can combine these two, the general expression for, as in the case, so we have derived the general expression in the last discussion also. So here q is equal to 1 divided by a sum of log 1 plus a z e raised to minus beta e. Okay, here we have taken gi is equal to 1 for all the possible energy levels. Okay, so this is the expression. In the last class, for microcanonical ensemble case, we have derived q as q is equal to 1 divided by a summation gi log 1 plus a z e raised to a e raised to minus alpha minus beta e. Okay, so here e raised to minus alpha is nothing but z in our case. So this both expression gives the same result. So this is equal to PV by KT. So Q is equal to 1 by A log summation log 1 plus A z e raised to minus beta e is equal to PV divided by KT. So here A is equal to minus 1 for Bose-Einstein, plus 1 for Fermi-Dirac, and 0 for Maxwell-Boltzmann case. In classical case, that is for Maxwell-Boltzmann, A tends to 0, therefore what is QMB is equal to Q potential of Maxwell-Boltzmann is equal to, what is that? So we have to write it. So here 1 plus this summation log, so this is 1 by a summation log 1 plus a z e raised to minus beta e. So here since a tends to 0, this term becomes log 1 plus x limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x is equal to approximately equal to x. Therefore we can write this thing as a 1 by a into summation z e raised to minus beta e. This is equal to sum over all energy e raised to z e raised to minus beta e. So this is the Maxwell-Boltzmann Q potential. Okay, so which is equal to, so here sum over only all energies, therefore we can write z e raised to summation e raised to minus beta e, which is equal to, which is given by set z q1. Okay, so QMB classical potential Q potential is equal to z small z into q1. and we have derived it earlier in earlier chapters. Okay. Next is the total number, sorry, the average number. Now, if energy E and N are variable in the case of grand canonical ensemble, therefore we have to take the average energy E and average number of particle. Okay. So since N is variable, so here average N is given by, what is average N? Is given by minus, either we can write minus dou by dou alpha of Q, or can write this thing as Z dou by dou Z of Q. Okay, Q is log grand partition function. So this is given by, so we have to take one part, this is volume and a temperature constant. So Z dou Q, what is Q? Z dou by dou Z of 1 by a summation log 1 plus a Z e raised to minus beta a. Okay. This is equal to Z times 1 by a differential of logarithm of these sums. So it will be sum of log of 1 plus a Z e raised to minus beta a. So this will be equal to 1 divided by 1 plus a e raised to z, so a z e raised to minus beta e times the differential of this, so a e raised to minus beta e. So this is equal to this a and this a get cancelled. This is equal to them, and this z goes inside, so therefore this is equal to summation over e z e raised to minus beta e divided by 1 plus a z e raised to minus beta e. So you can divide with divide both numerator and denominator by z e raised to minus beta e. Okay, so therefore this average number becomes summation over e 1 divided by z raised to minus 1 e raised to beta e plus a. So this is the expression for the average number of particles in the ensemble. Now average energy is equal to it's the minus partial derivative of log capital Q, or its Q potential. So which is equal to minus dou by dou beta of 1 by a summation log 1 plus a z e raised to minus beta e. So this is equal to this. After doing this, you will get this is equal to e divided by z raised to minus 1 e raised to beta e plus a. So this is the average energy, and this is the average number of particle. Therefore, the number of particle per energy level, that is called the mean occupation number. Mean occupation number. Okay, so that is given by NE. NE average is equal to total number of total average is may be equal to this NE. So summation of mean occupation number gives the average number of particle, total average number of particle in the system. So this NE average is equal to 1 divided by z raised to minus 1 e raised to beta e plus a. So this is the average number of particle per unit level, or average number of particle per energy level. So today we discussed the canonical ensemble and grand canonical ensemble, the partition function in each case in quantum mechanical, canonical and microcanonical, sorry, canonical and grand canonical ensemble. So we have derived Qn, then grand partition function, then we found Q which is equal to log grand partition function. Then from that we have derived the expression for average number of particles, average energy, and mean occupation number. These all quantities we have derived. So this is found for all the Bose-Einstein, Fermi-Dirac and Maxwell-Boltzmann case. Okay, that's all. Thank you.